What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see. I need to set up some. Okay, that's better. Little bit of light. Hey CEOs, if you're watching this right now, you're probably watching a replay. So hit replay and let me know like what time you are watching these. And I need to know, as always, if this technology is working. Can you hear me okay? All right. So let me know you can hear me okay. So, we can make sure the tech is doing what it's supposed to do. But what's up, CEOs? I don't know why I miss you. Like, I feel like I haven't talked to you in a minute, but it's been a week. It's like how it usually is. I think because there's been just a lot of things going on, good things, but I feel like it was a long time ago, right? October is already like long. It's a long month. But anyway, if you don't know who I am, because I've had a lot of new people in the group, which is good. What's up, Dre? If you don't know who I am, I'm Shamel, and I started this group so that auto dealers could come up selling great cars, avoid pitfalls, sell great cars to happy customers and make a whole lot of money doing it. So that they could build generational wealth. Okay, great. You can hear me. Okay, great. What's up, Sean? So, because I struggled so hard in the beginning, like I started in 2012 and, I lost a lot of money, almost lost my marriage and, really struggled. And it's not, necessary to struggle. There are things to do that can help you to avoid the struggle. So that's why I do these videos, so that you can avoid the struggle. You can see the clear path and you can be better for it. So today we're going to talk about increasing profits per car sale. I get this a lot when I talk to people in the strategy sessions. And by the way, I've talked to over 300 people on strategy sessions. I thought it was like 200, but it's been 300. People who have their license and people who haven't. I was like pretty surprised that it's been so many, but I've learned a lot in talking to the 300 people, 300 plus people. And one of the things I hear the most is I'm not making enough per car, right? Like I feel like I'm working too hard. I want to give up because I do all this to sell a car. And then once I sell it, it's like peanuts. It's like not even enough to pay whatever it is I need to pay. And then I got to start the hustle all over again. And that's overwhelming and tiring and stressful. So how do I increase profits per car sale? So number one thing you need to do to increase your profits is you buy right. Okay. I know you hear that a lot. Buying right means that you know your profit before you buy it. That's really what buying right is. And how you know your profit before you buy it is you know what that car is going to sell for, and you know what you're going to need to do to get it to a condition where it will sell, right? So there are no unknowns in buying right. There are few unknowns, okay? Because of course things happen, right? But you're very rarely surprised or blindsided even because you're buying right. And if you don't know how to buy right, you need to know how to buy right. Okay. So that's the biggest thing. Your profit is in your buy. So buy right. And if you feel like right now, I feel like I need to say this because I don't want it to be like, yeah, that sounds good and all, but like right now at the auction though, prices are a little crazy. So if you feel like you can't buy right now at the auction, you need to find another inventory source to buy cars from. If you're already in the business, you can solicit your customers, which basically just hit them up and be like, hey, you got a trade in, anybody in your family, anybody in your office is selling a car, you can get inventory in that way. There are several ways you can get inventory in if you feel like you can't buy right at the auction, okay? All right, so number 2, you need to have quick sales. Quick sales increase your profits because money is actually measured in time. someone told me, like someone who's rich told me that money is measured in time. So like over your lifetime, you've made probably $1 million, right? But you wouldn't call yourself a millionaire because you haven't made that $1 million in a certain period of time, right? A short period of time. It's the same thing with selling cars. You could probably make really good money if you had quicker sales, okay? So you have to get your cars ready quickly and you have to sell them quickly. Usually, within a couple of days, and to the first person who comes to test drive that car needs to be your buyer. And there are certain things that you can do to make sure that that happens. I have a quick sale formula, I'm starting to call it, in the Auto Dealer Basics program, where I show what I've learned over the years about how to sell a car quickly. So yes, if it is taking you 3 months to sell a car, you have already lost on the profit. Like your profit is pretty much eaten up because you've had that investment sitting in that car and not making you any money for all that time, right? So quick sales is what's going to get you to increase profits as well. And of course, the more cars you turn over, the more you can get, right? So sell them quickly. Stop holding on to cars. It doesn't look pretty just holding on to cars. You got to keep those cars running through, right? All right. So any questions? I feel like I'm just running through what I want to tell you. Any questions about buying right? You having any challenges about buying right? Any questions about quick sales? While I wait for questions, number 3 is confidence again. I talked about confidence last week, but I have to mention it again because it's so important. Like the difference between my business when I had confidence in what I was doing and when I didn't is enormous. Like you have to have confidence in your car and in the car you're selling and in your business. And what gave me confidence was knowing that I bought right, knowing that I could have a quick sale. So I didn't have to like take the very first person who contacted me if I didn't feel they were a good customer. And you know what I'm talking about. Like you get these text messages and these calls and you're like, I don't feel like you're a good customer, right? And you can pick and choose your customer when you have confidence in your cars and in your business. Like you're not out here just desperate, just taking anybody who want to buy a car, right? So have confidence in your cars. Hey, Joe. How do you sell a car quickly? Yeah, so there's a couple of things you can do. Like, there's actually a lot of things. It probably will take me an hour to go through all the things to do to sell a car quickly. But I think the first thing is, buying a car will sell quickly, right? So like, I know which cars to buy to sell quickly. And there are a lot of them, really. Yes, good morning. There are a lot of them. So I think one is buying a car that will sell quickly. An example of that is buying a 2-door car versus a 4-door car. Like 2-door cars don't sell as quickly for me. So I don't buy those because I don't need them sitting around. Okay, so that's one thing, is just buying a car that that is popular or that is most sought after, right? I think the other thing about selling a car quickly is how you advertise it. Like you have to do your online marketing in a certain way to attract the attention that you need to sell that car. And there are like probably 10 steps in that process to help you to sell your car quickly. And then the other part is knowing what to do on the test drive, right? So like people can feel when you are unsure about what you're doing, right? And so that can either turn them off or that can be an opportunity for them to take advantage, right? And then also for you at the test drive, if you're not exactly sure what your process is, it's hard for you to stick to your price or, to negotiate, right? So just having a set test drive protocol, if you will, to help you to, give your customer everything they need and sell the car, right? Sell the car quickly. So hopefully that answers your question. I was kind of trying to like keep it so that, I wouldn't get off topic because it is a little longer of a conversation. Okay. All right. So while I wait for that comment, confidence in your cars, CEOs, for sure. You got to have confidence in each one. And that doesn't mean that you feel like each one is the best car in the world, or you feel like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with this car, right? Like we already know there's stuff wrong. They're used cars. Tell that, know that you have a process to communicate that to your customer and your customer is all right with that. Okay, so I think I've said all I can about confidence. If you have any other questions about confidence, let me know, but you need some confidence if you don't already have confidence in your cars and what you're doing, all right? So next thing is setting boundaries around your profit. Now, this one, when I talk to people in the strategy sessions, is one of the hardest ones because they have people who come with sob stories, or they're desperate to sell the car. So, they're willing to just like let it go for whatever we can make happen, right? So, setting boundaries around your profit means that when you know how much profit you have in that car, you protect it. Like, you are not negotiating out your profit, right? You're not, basically you're not negotiating out your profit. You are sticking to your price. So, stick to your price. I know that's easier when you have confidence in your cars and what you're doing, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say about setting boundaries around your profit, because I feel like that's it. Like, protect your profit. Know that, like, you're not going below a certain amount, right? I think that's really all about protect your profit. Any questions about protect your profit? Okay, great. Have that talk next week. That's a long talk. That's longer than this platform, right? This, I didn't mean to say platform. I meant to say like video. Like, people, that'll be like an hour and a half video. People will be like, that's too long. Right? I would be like, that's too long, right? But I'll see what I can do. Okay. Can you talk details about selling your car quickly next week? I'll see what, I can do about, like making it succinct, like, so I can get it in within a certain amount of time. Definitely, Joe. All right. So setting boundaries around your profit. Any questions about that? Like, protecting your profit, like not negotiating it away, like not being desperate, but also not being stubborn so that you lose the sale. Like, it's a fine line to walk for sure. Okay. But, there are some things to do to make sure that you get your profit and you sell it for what you want to, get out of it. All right. So I want to say the last thing about increasing your profits is financing, like having financing. When you finance, people really don't care how much the car costs, as long as they can afford the payments. And I'm talking about in-house financing, and I'm talking about third party. So a lot of times, every time I have someone come to me, they never say, if they need financing, they always say how much money they have down and how much they want to pay a month. They never say how much they want to pay for the car, right? So that is not an opportunity to like gouge, but it is definitely an opportunity for, like, that person is not going to negotiate much, right? So you can price that car with confidence and know that you are financing it and getting your profit back. Now, of course, when you finance over, when you in-house finance, right, you receive that profit back a little bit at a time. When you finance with a third party lender, you receive that profit all at one time, right? So it depends on how you want to experience that, what you need to set up in your business. But you need to set up some financing, because if you don't know already, you will know very soon that you'll sell more cars and you'll have more profit if you offer financing. Okay, because somebody's gonna come to you and be like, yo, can you take $1,500 down? And you want to say yes, because that's a car sale. Okay, so any questions? Good morning, Sean. What's up? Any questions on, what was it? Buy right, quick sale, confidence, boundaries around your profit, and financing. Because I want to see y'all win. And you're not going to win making $300 off each car that you sell. That's just a lot of work. So if you need some help with understanding like how specifically to increase profits in with your inventory, then schedule a strategy session with me. I'm still offering them. I've done over 300, and yeah, I can help you through a plan for you to make more profit per car. Good morning, Kelvin. So schedule a strategy session. I'll put the link in the description. Let me know if this was helpful. Was it helpful? Was this something that did you learn something you didn't know? If it wasn't helpful, then let me know what you wish you would have, heard about. Like, I'm always reaching back into my memories, like, what would I have needed to hear at this time, right? And so that's what I try to come from, the viewpoint I try to come from. But, maybe I don't remember. So let me know what you need. What's up, Joe? Good morning. What are some good third-party finance companies? So they change, right? So right now, I would have to say consumer finance. I would have to say credit unions too. This is one of the ones that I don't talk about enough, but credit unions are the bomb, y'all. Like, if you didn't know already, credit unions will definitely help your customers get into the car with pretty easy qualifications, and they will have a nice payment, so you can feel good about getting them into a car, and it's not like an uncomfortable payment, right? So try your credit unions around, and try the ones that have easy requirements, like anybody who lives in the state can join the credit union. Like, there are some of those credit unions. Hook up with them, like connect with their finance department, tell them, hey, I'm an auto dealer, I want to send some people your way, and they will really close the deal, and close the deal quickly. Like, I enjoy working with credit unions the most. Okay, and then after that, consumer finance and consumer portfolio, not consumer finance, consumer portfolio, and then that's all that's on the top of my head. So hopefully that helps with some third-party finance companies. But try the credit unions for real. Like, they are my favorite. Okay, so right after this, I have the Dream Dealership Workshop again. I had a couple people hit me up, was like, yo, like, I think I really need this. So I am putting it on again after this video. So if you're interested in knowing the 9 steps you need to take in your business to have your dream dealership. And what I mean by dream dealership is, you know what I mean? Like, when you look into the future, how you see yourself owning a dealership, right? You own a dealership, it's, busy, lots of people, lots of sales, maybe not lots of people, but, like, lots of sales happening. And I'm just saying that because a lot of people are buying online now, right? But, it runs by itself. You maybe just drop in and, just say, hey, everybody, bring some donuts for the crew, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. The dream dealership where, you know, it is an investment for you. Like, you're a true CEO because you have a business that is well run and is profiting well, right? So there are 9 specific steps that I believe you can take to get there and get there quickly. And so I will go through those in the Dream Dealership Workshop and put the link in the description. And then the last thing I want to make sure you know about is there is a new class for the Auto Dealer Basics program. If you don't know about Auto Dealer Basics, it is what it says. It is the basics of running a dealership. So if you're like afraid of taking on a lot and a location, it's probably because you know that there are some things that you need to know that you don't know. Well, that's what we cover in Auto Dealer Basics. If you're interested in knowing more about that, then I will put a link in the description. I'm trying to think if I have a link of details, but I will give you some way to connect with me. Probably send me an email so that you can learn more about the Auto Dealer Basics program, that class, all right? So, yes, this was a great talk. Okay, great. I'm glad it was a great talk. Hopefully, Joe Fox, those third-party finance companies I mentioned helped you. I will see if I can think about some more. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I have. CEOs, it was great seeing you all. Dre, I hadn't seen you. You've been showing up now. You've been showing up. Sean and Joe and Kelvin, right? Joe from SoCal. So it was good seeing you all. And I will see you next week or talk to you on the phone in a strategy session. All right, as always, I'm praying for your success and I'm praying that everything works in your favor. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.